yeah, one of the ones I wanted to ask you was like, how long do you want it to take? How are you guys with the pacing? What do you want to do? Do you want to take this slow, or are you guys like, we've already done a lot. We've had our fill of this campaign. We're
I,
we're we're good. We can. We don't need to make this like really long. We could make this, we
I
could finish
love
this
this
by.
campaign, as you know, and I would be happy continuing the characters. But if everyone else wants to start anew, by all means.
I mean,
Right.
I'm not in any rush, honestly. Uh,
Yeah. Know that if we did in the campaign, it does not need at all that the characters would be done. I mean, obviously, if they die, that's
Yeah,
makes things a bit different. But I'm talking about living characters. Doesn't mean the campaign they won't ever be used again. So if anybody's attached to their characters or whatever, that's not a consideration. Or does it need to be one?
yeah. I'm fine
Right.
taking that at a normal pace, but it's it's
Yeah.
actually going to be.
Here's the question:
Oh, go on.
how long is it written to be? I guess you can't really answer that without giving anything away.
It's as far to be genuinely honest with you guys had kind of done almost everything as far as it was in the book, like it in there, except for like a bunch of little minor, tiny little things that would be out of character and difficult to explain, like to get
Yeah,
you
yeah,
to
we
do.
did like a 98% completion run.
Yeah, and it's not really possible to do a 100% unless it's really out of character and weird. Let's explain. In my opinion, it's not really possible to do that unless you do kind of like play like a video game. You go back and you go like, "Do you need any help? Do you need help?"
You play the module again.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All the side.
But yeah, exactly. Just go to every person. But yeah, all I was saying, like, I mean, technically, all you guys, what you need to do to keep the campaign would be to find Strahd in the place where the battle is supposed to take place in the castle and kill him. I'm not entirely sure if he even has to kill him in that location, but you just need to kill him while he's here because vampires have to die in their like lair, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they will regenerate.
And that's what the Gypsy
Really?
Witch told us, right?
Yes.
As well as our monster hunter, I'm sure he would know that.
Yeah, you have to kill them. I don't think it has to be specifically in the location where they told you a battle, or I don't know if it's the battle or it's a battle. Well, it's all the same. A battle will take place, or you will find him physically in a location you guys know. There's a place like full of
Sadly,
bones.
we're not high enough level for Scry and die, guys, so we'd have to slug it.
But I'm just saying it's technically possible for you guys to.
Blow up the entire
Somehow.
castle.
I mean, yeah, that would be a little bit more difficult. But I mean, what you could do is saying you could go down enough flights of stairs and find yourself in a location where he is and defeat him. I mean, I could of course do whatever I want to make him run away and get him to go somewhere else. That's not hard at all to do. I'm God, but I'm asking if you want me to. I'm asking if you want me to make it a slow burn, or if you want me to. I don't know. This is kind of a complicated thing in terms of what I think might make for a compelling story versus what you guys are looking for out of the experience and like how long you've played and the fact that you're at max level and it's kind of your call.
I've enjoyed it up to this point. I still enjoy it.
I don't think we
So-
could kill him today. I didn't prepare attacking him today.
I mean, I'm
But-
sure there's a lot of rooms to clear inside this pretty large structure. Just
There are, yeah. It depends on how thorough you are, and I'm just saying, like, it will be technically possible that you could run into him before you've been everywhere, and then you fight
Then
him.
I
I
would
figure.
expect if we somehow stumbled upon his literal like living room, he would run to a safe room and, you know, try to hide again, but then not, like, literally leave the castle entirely.
Yeah, this is before my asking of the question. What my original plan was it to be kind of hit and running. You guys would get in a little scuffle, you'd relocate.
And then,
And
of
then you
course,
get a
he's
little
also a master of illusion and shit, so there's, by
Yep.
all means, he could do that and
Yep.
be justified.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. That was the goal. Hey, where are you down? There would be other cronies and stuff. Exactly what you would expect. But I was just wondering if, like, we played this for a while, we feel pretty strong, we think we could do that. We don't want it to be too long, so, like, we can make the session fighting him, like, too long, or we can be like, we find him this week, we kill him next week, or whatever. I'm just saying, I can do whatever. It's not a matter of.
See, in my expectations, I reckon it would have been 3 sessions in all, like, battling through the castle, the interactions of the characters and whatnot, all the descriptions, and then the final battle would probably take a whole session itself, roughly, like, 8%
It
of
will
it.
probably will, no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
I wasn't
envisioning
sure
3
how
sessions is probably how far away we are from the end.
That's a pretty reasonable outlook. Yeah, I would say if you give me my professional opinion, especially how that's more accurate over having now done this for a lot longer and realized what your guys' pace is like, I would say we're probably at the current rate we're going, probably going to be beating this within the next, including this one, like 3 or 4 sessions.
And if we
That's
absolutely
probably
want to
better.
continue, we could have like a whole session just like saying what we did afterwards, interacting
Oh,
with the
that's gonna
foes and
happen if depending on how much time we have. If we beat
Yeah,
it like
exactly.
really quickly, then I'm gonna.
we
use
could
it
all
then
die
to
for all we
program.
know, and that's
Yeah, that too. And
then
then
we get
I
to
will,
start over as level 1, and then
Yeah, I was already. I was planning when we get to the final battle, like prior to that, I would be writing out a couple different epilogues. One based on you guys didn't kill him, and then the others I want to work with you behind the scenes. Unless you guys would be comfortable improvising, would be doing a per character, BioWare Bethesda-esque
Yeah.
kind of epilogue with
Right.
slideshows.
I was
thing.
actually going to prepare, like, at the end of, what is it, Dragon Age, where they had the written description with the background, what
Yeah,
happened to the
yeah.
characters. I was going to do
Yeah.
that already.
Yeah, that's
so-
what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking we could do. It would be pretty easy, and I could either improv it or we could write it out. It doesn't matter to me at all.
But to be honest, I was going to wait till the final encounter when we get to the boss fight, because potentially we could die beforehand and it would be a waste. But,
Right. Yeah. And we can handle that however we want. Like, if you guys beat him and it's already been 5 hours, then we're like, okay, well, if you want, next week, before we, start the next campaign, or, it wouldn't take very long. It would be like an hour-long thing at most for all of you and me
Yeah.
to just go into it. So we could, like, hypothetically, we could say that it'd be the beginning of Mark's campaign and the end and the epilogue of ours, of this one here in Trot, and it would just be us talking about what happens with all the characters, what happened to Barovia. That's it, and then we can be hooray, clap. And
yeah! We did it!
hopefully claps. If there's no claps, I'm gonna be.
The
take
entire
it to the bad
countryside has to hide indoors because they're not used to the sunlight. And become
Yeah, they
mole
should
people.
stay- Yep, and they just invested in a sunscreen industry.
Mm.
It's booming. Barovia is now known for it.
That's their famous.
I think I heard Mark. Yes, I did hear a Mark.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
everyone's
are
here
you?
then. Yes, how are you, Mark?
Well,
Okay. You sound a little quiet, but I won't take that personally. I was already going to start with this group anyway. I split it up in my notes to two separate parties. There's Michael and Octavio is party 2 because it's smaller.
Mhm.
Party 1, the main party, is everybody else, which is a lot of people. We're going to start with that. And we, just to remind you guys, we're not going to do like a huge little recap. We're just going to say, about the last time you guys finally went into the castle after, the campaign. And you made it inside, and you guys kind of were wondering, wait, how are we going to go in? Do we go in through the front door? And you eventually decided, let's be more cautious than that. And then you went in through the side of a wall down on the first floor, using a pass wall spell. You did that. Most of the party went in through that hole, that passageway, and went into the chapel, around some stairwells, finding some bodies and things. Nothing terribly important. I mean, the priest guy's mace and some sort of mysterious artifact. Then you made it eventually to this hallway here, where right when the session ended, you saw a silhouette form on this side of the room, like above, high, like near the ceiling, on this side of the room.
I was going to say, you're
like
saying this side. I can only see
sorry,
like the screensaver.
The left. Oh, right. I did change maps. That actually. Thank you. I always remember that.
Find out about that mace? Wasn't it magic or some shit?
You know that's magic. You don't know anything more beyond that. You know that the guy that owned it was trying to get that because you used your Grimm psychometrics chemistry, which is a weird word to say. You use that ability to determine what its very vague history was. You know that he was trying to find this artifact that you also took. It was on the altar in the chapel, and you took that and the mace, and then you haven't yet identified it. You wouldn't be able to until you either cast Identify or Long Rest. Yeah, but anyway, then you guys made it to as your larger party here to this hallway where you are being I guess attacked or something by a visage of a vampire beginning to fly at you from the west side of the room over here.
Okay, nice.
For you guys, I would need you to all roll initiative.
I would also want to include in the recap that one did say a thank you to the whole party for those who weren't there. Basically saying for whatever their reasons, thank you for helping my countrymen and whatever else.
That is
not
right.
including Michael, of course.
Yes, that happened before we actually got into the castle. I kind of forgot everything prior to that. Not everything ever, but that especially. Yeah, that's true. And I think we were missing someone there and wanted to get
Marcel definitely left. I think T3 or something, or Michael was missing.
No, I think it was just Marcel.
I think it was just Marcel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So anyway, if you wanted to do a little bit of a slight retcon or rollback, in time briefly, flashback. You can say how would Darius respond to this heartfelt,
Thanks.
heart to heart, I should say, in the wagon between one and himself, with her thanking him for their time together and for going on this adventure together to defeat this crazed, powerful tyrant. I think he's having sound issues actually, because his sound and microphone are off, which is humorously timed. Unfortunately, we will have to continue about that because we can just wait for him the whole time. But promise we will.
I'm sure if we have a second break in, we'll probably think of something. That's fine.
Yeah, what we will actually do is everybody still roll initiative except for Michael and Octavio. They're not in the battle. They're on a different level. Which part of the recap is they split themselves off looking for something based on Octavio's hunch or experience. You don't know, but all the same.
The quote-unquote B team.
Yes. One is thoroughly of the opinion that they are the B team.
I mean, I just outright called them cowards last time they left.
Yes. All right, so let's give more people an initiative order. I'll roll the other dudes.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Marcel's volume then, but continue.
I'll tell the three basically villagers, just protect Darius. You know, make sure no one walks up and smacks him.
That will work. I think a lot of them are pretty martially strong.
So, I thought we were travelling upwards. Are we actually travelling downwards?
You're traveling right now. You're horizontal on the second floor of the castle. You already went upwards. You came from a landing overseeing the chapel to the east here, and you're traveling westwardly, and you're heading toward this doorway, where you are being attacked by some entity that looks like a vampire in a large cape.
Okay. Is it a fabulous cape?
Yes, let's just say it is. It is large and flowing and pointed. It is something like something worn by Batman or the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar. Oh,
Cape of Billowing.
Yes.
Cape of Hamburglar. Is he sparkling at all?
No, unfortunately.
So we're
It's
not
one of
facing
those.
Twilight zombies, good.
No.
Twilight vampires, I should say.
There is a distinct lack of Twilight vampire. Okay.
Thank God we're not in that universe.
No,
Not that.
that would be. That would be really funny doing Curse of Strahd in that universe. Just make it total satire. Just go full on.
I mean,
Maybe
we wouldn't
take it like really seriously.
we wouldn't get past the werewolves because apparently they're pretty much equal, if not more powerful than the vampires. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True. It'd be a short game.
We'd have walked into the werewolf cave and just died.
Mm.
And one more person. I'll roll for Derek.
Yeah, might have forced us to negotiate. How terrible would that have been? Where's the internal there?
Alright, give me just a second.
Oh God.
The thing.
You may need to reset the turn order because my first roll was what I actually got.
Okay, let me look. Okay, yep,
Yeah, I typed it in already. So.
yep. There we go. So
Which is
we
a shame
are
because
on-
that
actually,
second roll
the
was
music
pretty
here.
good. Ooh, music.
Is
Yeah.
we're fighting?
So, you don't know yet. All you can tell is it's a vampire shape, cape-wearing entity from the west side. I want to imply that it came at you from further across the room than where you are now, because you'd be able to make it out a lot better. So let's just, for the hell of it, let's scoop everybody back, other than it. So, yeah. Alright, give me a moment.
So, how far away is what is it, Michael? Is he going to be able to hear? We're in
He
trouble, or-
would be. He's one floor below you, about, I don't know, 50 feet westward. So it's like 50 feet west and then 50 feet down.
Hmm.
Pretty nice triangle, I would say. He's like right over here, essentially,
Yeah,
but by floor.
yeah. Okay. Because imagine
I-
like, him crashing through the window on top of coming down on rope. Just that would be great.
It'd be pretty funny. Alright, let me read what I read last time before the campaign ended, just to remind you. This 20-foot high hall has a dark vaulted ceiling draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor as it rises and falls, intoning sadness and despair. That was good. You hear a great, amazing. You hear a scraping sound of stone against stone, followed by the squeaking of a bat. In the direction of the noise, you see the thing visage, outstretched claws, and flapping black cape of a vampire bearing down on you from above. A deep, throaty chuckle fills the hall.
Wow. Looks like someone's been stabbed.
Yep. Alright.
Why is there a token that looks like Strahd? Is that just meant to be the vampire?
Yep. I bet it is a vampire. Lucian, it is your turn.
I suppose. So it's like on the ceiling?
Yeah. Let's say this room is twice as high as what a typical room is. So
I can't hit it with a sword.
about 15 feet tall, 15 to 18 feet tall. You'd be hard. You'd be able to kind of like have a little hop. It's like flying right over your head.
So it'd be like disadvantage or something
Yep.
on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to use some movement to switch out the sun sword for the pistol.
Mm.
And instead, I'm going to point my left hand at it, blast it twice, then I'm going to
Okay.
the right hand and do that.
Okay.
I don't know if any of those
Roll damage.
everything or just the pistol.
Everything.
Okay.
Actually, by the way, just roll damage. With the belt. Okay. Let's just say this is what happens. You shoot your energy blast. Let's just call it looks like purple beam.
It's like
if you
purple
want.
white. Yeah, it's like purple.
Purple white. Okay, cool. Purplish white beam streaks out from your hand and collides with this thing. Like two in short order, and then you hear a breaking of wood and metal, and the cloth thing falls down on the other side as it's flying toward you, and eventually just falls to the ground, like right in front of you. You don't even get your pistol shot off, so you can't pull it back. Yeah, and then you learn, because it falls right in front of you, that it is just a mannequin draped with a cloth, and it was had a prestidigitation spell burned into it, part of a trap. And you can see, as it continues to go by you, that there was a rail, or like a mechanism that was holding it and then flying it over your head, like a cheap.
Oh, like a theater bat.
Yeah. Yep.
You got fucked with.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That's the correct thing. Yeah. So
I shoot it
you,
anyway.
yeah. Thankfully, you only use a cantrip, but okay, sure, whatever. Then the head falls down and it's got just a shitty mannequin with like a depiction of like a smiling face with big spiky teeth, and you blow the part, just explodes when the bullet hits it, and it's like still chuckling, and then it stops chuckling as soon as you hit it.
I kind of
comes
turn
over.
over, just like, so. No one saw that, right? Let's just keep.
Yep. So onward.
I step on it.
You guys can move right forward.
We didn't
Hey
find a
guys,
secret
sorry
room
about
last
that.
time, did
No problem.
we? Did we find
Sure.
a secret room in here last time?
No.
We searched last time. I don't think we found anything.
I will check your roll.
'Cause I know we tried, but I don't know if we.
Yeah, I did investigation at 22, and Lucian did 14. So
You guys can give me a really quick rundown where we are right now. So what the raid was last time.
Right. I did the overview and you were AFK, but I can do that again.
Yes. Sorry.
Very short, very brief version. I believe you left. I can't exactly remember when. I can't remember if you were here at all during when we actually went to the castle or not. But okay, then on your way here, your character had a heart-to-heart with one over their the final confrontation with Shra. The fact that they're doing so, she said, "Thank you. You did not respond because you weren't there as a player, so we held it off, which we're going to do in a short minute." But she was just saying thank you for joining me on this to get rid of this crazy tyrant. It's could very well end with your life, but she finds you friends now, and she's glad to have all known you. You know, heart to heart.
Except
Then-
Michael, you keep leaving that out.
Yep.
Where is Michael actually?
He's on the.
Somewhere else.
He is on another floor. Yeah, we will get to that shortly. Yeah, you guys got separated a little bit, which I'll get to in a moment. So, zooming ahead, you guys made it to the castle. You crossed the drawbridge. You saw the front door. You saw that the doors were kind of open. Actually, entirely open. And you guys decided, no, I'm not going to go in the front door. And you went around.
I agree.
Yeah. You could have heard, like, as you got close to, you could kind of vaguely hear organ music, but
I wish you were there then. Most of the party didn't agree with this idea, but they went along with it anyway.
Okay, you wanted this to throw.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
just going to the door, but
Yeah.
this worked too.
Yeah, well,
Darius would be like, nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
but you instead went around the side and used after like using some spells and rolls and such, you got around some portcullises and walls and stuff, and eventually you made your way into the side of the first floor of the castle near a chapel. Made your way through the chapel, up some stairs, and then made it to this hallway. That's all the main party, all they really did. While you were doing that, though, Rictavio and Michael broke off on Rictavio's suggestion. He did not want to go through the pass door that you guys made. Pass wall, I think it's called, actually. He did not want to go through that. He wanted to look somewhere else for some reason. He did not go into great detail. And when he did so, Michael decided to go with them. They found a landing in the back of the castle area, and they also talked to a gardener, which is kind of weird. And they even found, they found that this gardener of I think it was a human. I can't remember what species they made him. I don't think he was a humanoid, and he was just like a really kind of unstable,
He's a weird boy.
manic, not very pleasant man. But he was very fearful of Michael because Michael got strangely violent with him in short order.
Just trying to throw him off the edge
Yeah,
twice.
yeah. Like, give me the answers, give me everything you know, and then just threatened to throw him off. And the guy kept rolling great rolls and avoiding Michael. When you went to the landing, actually, this is something I want to remind you guys of. You did see down the cliff face. You saw pretty far down another landing, like into the side of the cliff. It was kind of hard to see, but he managed to roll a pretty high perception check and saw this other landing. But he realized it's too far to go with the amount of rope he has, and the skill he has. He didn't want to take the risk, so
Alright.
you guys did
And
not go that way.
We don't really have any great intel about this place, right? Like, I know we have the map, which
Yeah,
tells
only
us
the
where the
exterior.
buildings are, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, only the exterior. You don't know pretty much anything at all about the interior. But yeah, so eventually what happened is that this party made it here, the main party made it here, but Rictavio and Michael actually eventually decided to go through the front door anyway, went through the main entranceway, and then yeah, do some theatrics and stuff, and then are on their way to investigating the source of the organ playing music, which we'll get to in just a moment. But yeah, so that's all that happened.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you just had this battle here, which I think you didn't hear. It was a mock battle with a mannequin that was supposed to look like Strahd and scare you guys,
Okay.
but it ended up being kind of a joke. Yeah.
Okay.
I shot it anyway, so it's not Strahd, don't worry.
Yes, good practice.
Yeah.
He got it the first time. Just let him. Yeah.
This is where we
so. Yeah, you came from the east side of this hallway,
Okay.
and then up some stairs. Back this direction here is a landing that oversees the chapel below, and there's these two seats, like kind of thrones. They're large chairs, and in them are two corpses that you guys just said, "No, I don't care about those." So you didn't investigate them or anything. Not saying they're a big deal, just stating facts. And then you guys just went this way, and that's all that happened, and that's everything, literally.
Okay. So that just happened. On what then?
Yeah.
This is on what, right? It is.
I kicked down the door.
Sure, I'm gonna answer one question, or Chris's question. Sure, you can do that. It's the pieces of the mannequin, you mean?
Yeah, I carry paper on me, so
a
it's...
phony.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. If you want to give everybody a piece of paper that's a number on it,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Absolutely.
I get it. It's
Oh, I
it's the
already know what
whole,
you're thinking of.
Don't shoot me, shoot him. No,
Yeah,
don't shoot me,
that
shoot
was
him.
where you're going. Yeah. We are in a magical universe, though, so be prepared that might not work still.
Yeah,
Anyway,
absolutely.
yeah, you
Sure
do
say.
that, and I will just say automatically, I'm not going to add anything in these inventories. They just are that way. They do have
Yeah.
the paper.
I'm gonna
Alright.
assign a number, and I'll literally keep track of it myself. It's fine.
Yes, please do that. Alright, so you open a door, and you have another hallway. A short, much smaller hallway here that is just immediate another set of double doors, and a pair of skeletal, like, not entirely sure, I think they're just skeletons. They are just little guards. Yeah, these are skeletal guards held up by visible wire. They are not consistent with the sort of animated skeletons that you've seen before. Yeah, I'll down here in the south and up here in the north. You can move freely through this hallway if you want. And then, like I said, there's another double door right here in front of you if you want to go through that.
What are these things?
Yeah, these are just skeletons. I don't know if they're holding any weapons. What does that say again? Let me just read it. The doors open to reveal another set of double doors 10 feet ahead. Between these doors, a 10-foot wide corridor stretches north to south. At each end of the hallway, floating in the darkness, is a human skeleton clad in the rusted armor and tattered livery of a castle guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they seem to be floating in the light.
Floating skeleton.
Yes.
I'm gonna cut off one of the heads.
Yeah. As soon as you get close to either of them, you'll notice that the skeletons are actually held by wire. It's just another silly trick, but you
I
may
cut
do
the
what you
head.
want to anyway.
Yeah, I cut this
It's
one down.
effortless and requires no effort at all. That's the same thing. Bad braining, but yeah, you do it, no problem.
And then I move up here and kick down the next.
Alright, Yep, that's fine. Just double checking to make sure there's nothing else in the room. doors open.
Sorry for the spellings, but I think you. Whenever
Yep.
you need to listen.
Thank you.
Oh, what is this? Uh-oh.
Whoa. Don't leave me!
Sure.
I can't see.
Oh, that's true. We have a torch lying around.
Yeah, there goes Lucian's. You can have it.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
literally just for
sword.
his sword, I believe, not an actual torch.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I actually can
Actually-
see pretty far.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. I think it is his sword. I think he has his sword.
We
up.
just did that to make
Yeah.
it easy, but yeah. It's...
Yeah. I couldn't remember if he actually lit a torch or not. Because he does have torches.
Nah,
Yeah.
I got
But
9.
so everybody's in the room.
So,
Yeah, you're
um,
right. You couldn't light a torch unless you're doing it continually.
I still have my shield and bell out and ringing the bell. Still, by the way. Counter charm.
Sure, you can do it periodically. Let's do a intellect check. One, just a raw intelligence.
Oh,
I want to
intelligence.
see if you do it consistently. Yep, just like your concentration. Okay, that does matter.
Kind of spooky in here.
It might be a little inconsistent, if it matters at all. So you enter this room, which looks like a meeting way, like a hall, where like a king would meet with his subjects, except the throne is turned around, which is kind of weird. Let me put some more music on here.
Very brave Darius running off there.
No,
Sure, like, damn,
There's-
to
Darius,
be
you
to
were-
be honest, I was contemplating sitting down, but now I'm contemplating it's probably cursed. So I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. Yeah,
I mean-
that would have been silly.
It is a pretty nice looking chair, and I push you out of the way and sit on it immediately because troublemaking floor. Because you know.
Yep. Well, let's see. Let me give you a quick description of this room. Dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron lattice work of a large window on the west wall. This immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across the window stand a set of double doors in the east wall. Farther south, a single door also leads from the east wall. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. And at the far northern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop a marble dais? Yeah. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room.
Maybe the real audience is facing the other way. Someone should check that wall.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll-
You want to check this door? Is that what you're implying?
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
join you
if
as
it's
soon as you
facing
tell me about
backwards.
sitting in this chair. If there's anything.
Oh, yeah, you sat in the chair. Nothing happens. It's
okay.
really dusty and doesn't smell great at all. It's definitely got mold.
I stand up and say I regret sitting in that, but if you wanna have a go, Darius, it's
Well,
all
now
yours.
for sure I want.
Yeah.
Oh,
One
you
is
were right.
one is covered in cobwebs and different bugs
Yep.
crawling around on it momentarily.
Who in the party had prestidigitation? I just asked to help.
Oh, that would be me. I'm not gonna use it because he.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I do
Good.
it twice.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, by the way, that's a good reminder, Darius. You have an annoying voice until your next long rest.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. You sound like you're going through puberty and yet having their pitch.
Why, guys?
Yeah.
Remind
it's-
me, how did it happen?
It happened when you got a crit magic roll.
Oh, great.
Like zoink, Scoob.
Yep. It's think Skeeter or whatever his name was from Mark's campaign.
I
and
can't do
probably
Skeeter,
make
yes.
that like 3 or 4 worse. Yeah. So it's very obnoxious. But yeah, just trying to remind you about that. But yeah, the throne is just gross, but it doesn't do anything. And then you want to check that door. You need perception checks. I think is that already a perception check from up there? Was that for that? 9?
No, that was to see if there was anything about this wall, because Lucian thinks that it's weird that the throne's facing the wrong way.
Right, that's what I was asking. 9 doesn't see anything, just so you are aware.
Yep. But if everyone else is cool with it,
I
guess I'll
mean,
move
I
on.
investigate the door for traps.
Yeah, you can. Well,
'cause-
geez, really high investigation.
Yeah, because my
let me make
perception
sure.
sucks, but my investigation's pretty
Yeah, you don't see it, but you eventually, by feeling around in that area, you eventually do find a secret door that does lead to another hallway.
good. Guys,
Hey.
secret door.
I'm
Secret
glad
door.
you guys are redundant. That is a efficient way of playing. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, it
All
just
right.
doesn't make sense to have a throne face the wrong way.
It doesn't make any sense.
Secret
Alright,
door, guys.
there.
Lucian, get in there.
Alright. Here I go.
You forgot
Just
your
remind me of
light.
this other door here. What it is.
Make a box around your whole character. You can drag both.
Yeah,
Sure.
I didn't think of that till recently.
Just reminding you about this other door. I'm not saying you have to go there. I'm just making sure you remember it.
Yeah, I saw
But
it.
yeah, you enter another hallway. Let me describe that hallway. Where the hell? Oh, I was looking in the wrong. Wait a minute. That's okay. Why is it not showing?
By the way, our little Scooby gang is like on. We can assume they're on sweeping duty, right?
I
Like
tell
they're
them,
watching-
yeah, I tell them to open that door and see what's back there. They can,
Okay.
they can do that work while we.
All right. Esmeralda's taking point because she feels like she's the most qualified of that little band.
Yeah.
So she opens it, and she just says, "Huh, there's somebody in here,"
Oh.
and just points.
I'm so glad
She
we
doesn't.
instantly
She
split in
doesn't
the
seem
pie.
hostile. She doesn't like. It's not like she freaks out or anything. She just goes, okay." And she just points at someone in this room.
I see.
All right. So yeah, there is a old human man in this room filled with books.
Stab the books.
Visibly, you see immediately that he is chained to the table. Let me read this part. So it's K30. K30 is. Alright. Dusty scrolls and tomes line the walls of this room. More scrolls and books lie scattered on the floor, around 4 heavy wooden chests fitted with sturdy iron locks. The only obstructed floor space is directly in front of the doors on the east and west walls. In the center of this clutter stands a great black desk. A figure crouches atop a tall stool, scratching on a seemingly endless scroll of paper with a dry quill pen. Nearby, a tasseled rope hangs from a hole in the ceiling. So yeah, it's an old man that looks exactly like the little picture shows it. So it's like an old man, very much balding, mutton chop style, beard, mustache combo.
Sorry,
yeah.
we were looking for Strahd. Just close the door.
So,
Close the door.
yeah. So, old man, chained up to the table. What's the story there? As I walk in.
He just looks at you. First, he just notices a door open, and he seems like very disinterested. Like he barely just lazily looks to it out of the periphery. But then when he notices it's not somebody that he recognizes, first Esmeralda and then you, Lucian, he kind of sits up quickly and is a bit more startled, not expecting it to be somebody else. And he says, "Oh, they're visitors. We don't get them very often. Well, are you looking for Master Strahd? Lord Strahd." He says Lord Strahd.
I hear him say that, step closer, and say, "That's a good guess.
Okay.
Do you know where he is?"
He gives you an more narrowed glance as you advance, kind of in a weird way, like sort of, I don't know, and sort of invading personal space for somebody that he doesn't know. So yeah, he's just like watching you very closely with narrow eyes, and he says, "Well, he isn't here. I'm merely his accountant, I suppose you could say. I'm responsible for the record keeping here, at least for all things physical and monetary." And just kind of shows the scroll briefly. Just from the distance, though, all you can make out is just faint black lines on a very long scroll in seemingly endless order. You don't know how somebody could write this much, this long, and have any semblance of mental healthiness. It's a lot of work, especially for somebody chained to this desk. But I need a perception check from you, Lucian.
He's using a
On
sheet of paper
perception.
as a weapon. Look out.
Okay. Nothing happens. Nothing. You don't notice anything. What did you say to him in response to what he said?
How long has he been chained here?
He says he doesn't even remember. It's been so long. Many
Hours?
years ago.
Oh.
I don't remember anything before serving him.
So, like, you've just been using the bathroom right here as I look at my feet.
Yeah, the room doesn't smell great, and he doesn't smell great, but you don't immediately see any waste.
Hey, we
nearby.
got a spell for that. Darius.
But yeah, he says, just so you know, he kind of sees all you and sees that you're like well armed and capable. He says, I'm not a big fan of Strahd. What he literally says, like, wish I could break better dialogue. God, I'm bad. He says, I hate Strahd, the bastard.
Can't
But-
imagine why.
And here I am doing this damning menial insanity for however long, I can't even remember, and he keeps me alive for his own enjoyment. But-
Insight check?
I could tell you, yeah, sure. Yep, right ahead. As far as you know, he's telling the truth.
Really, if you only had a +1, I would have done it. Fuck me.
But
Fuck me, I get the
Doesn't
same.
yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then he says, as a follow-up, he says, I do, however, know a secret. I know where one of Strahd's secret treasures lies.
Please tell me it's not his secret stash of porn.
It's-
That would be curious, though. What porn is it?
Yeah, what kind of porn is he into? My
Undead.
guess would be like BDSM. Yeah, gothic BDSM. But yeah, what he says though is he says it's like an amulet. It's some sort of powerful, mysterious amulet. He says that he knows it's important, but he doesn't know why. And he says that
Probably
He-
belonged to his
he-
wife, being an amulet and all.
it could very well be, but he says all the same that he could draw you a map if you will destroy the chain binding him here.
Oh, I was going to do that anyway.
Before,
Yeah, was
Before
just
we
about
do
to ask
that.
it.
can I pull out that whatever I found icon thing and show him that and ask him what that is? From
Okay,
the
that's a
apple?
good idea for multiple reasons, but let me go back to that.
I don't
really
even know what
quick.
you talked about.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing they found
I
in
found
the
some
end,
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Main floor. East side. The cathedral.
Oh, you found a thing?
Yeah, he found a thing. Everybody finds things.
Oh, the mace you're talking about?
No,
No.
with the maze, he found
Oh.
a thing called the I
You said it was the icon of Ravenloft? That's what I have on my
I
feet.
kind of read along. Yes, that's what. I don't know if I ever named it. Like in character, I don't know if I did, but yes, I showed you the picture of what it looks like. I'll show it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't know all those effects yet. That's purely for your own inconvenience. And he just says in response to that, go ahead. Yes.
Was that just me?
He is a bit breaking up a little, but I just
You're
don't
breaking a little bit. What'd you say, Darius?
Okay, I'm reconnecting.
Okay.
To be fair, Shane, you were breaking up a bit as well, but yeah, it's...
Well,
Hello.
I'm fine now, and so are you, Darius.
You're fine.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're fine in terms of being able to hear you. The man says in response to the thing that you present to him, he says, well, it's not that. Because that's not mainly, but he does say, that is the icon of Ravenloft. It is I would say, holy, religious artifact kept here in the chapel downstairs, which is where it should be. I'd be careful taking that. I don't think Lord Strahd, he kind of catches himself saying that. He's like, Strahd will be happy to know that you've taken that.
Oh, well, let's get it back right where it belongs to. That's such a convincing argument. I mean...
Upsets Strahd, right?
Yeah, I know. That'd be dumb.
That'll be the day.
Yeah.
He said he'll make us a map if we cut him free.
Sure.
Yes, he said if you attack the chain, you get rid of the chain.
Yeah. I mean, look at this guy. He
First, can I check his neck for any, conspicuous bite marks?
That's a good point. Is he like a Renfield? Does he look like a Renfield?
Like, is he reacting weird to my sun sword in his face?
No, he's not.
I did an initial investigation for hidden rooms, but can I also investigate the chains?
Yeah, you have to choose one or the other. And if you're choosing to do the...
I did the secret door initially, but I didn't even know he was going to ask about the chains. But okay.
Yeah, let's just be convenient and just say you're investigating the chains with that. And there's nothing abnormal about them. These are bona fide real chains. They're kind of rusty, but they are still plenty strong enough to keep an old man kept up to it.
So it's not an illusion of some innocent person we're about to attack in the face. Okay.
No, and Lucian would know immediately that if they were.
Yeah.
That is a bona fide large chain.
The real old.
And it's a real old man.
Actually,
it's a human man, and he's not reacting negatively to the light in any way other than kind of squinting in, being facing a bright light, which he's not really used to in here. Is this room even lit? No. So he was doing it in quiet. He should probably be a bit more insane than I've been role-playing him, but whatever.
Let's just free him, guys.
I mean, he's
well,
still going
if
to
we
draw the
free
map.
him, he's just die, right? Because he'll run off and get eaten.
I mean,
so we probably should stay with the rest of the commoners in our group.
He says in response to your guys' talking, because you can hear it, you didn't say you were whispering,
No.
that he says, I know how to get out of here. I've heard a lot of talking throughout all my time here. I can get across the drawbridge and get out of here safely. It's not very far. It's just down here through that doorway over there. He points over here.
Drawbridge? What drawbridge?
To,
what are you talking about? There's no drawbridge.
But yeah, he says you can just go through that doorway there and head downstairs, and you can get to the front in no time. So he's not worried about that.
I don't think he's aware that
but he
Castle Ravenloft is currently floating over the countryside. It's
Nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I actually rolled that. Wow, I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be funny. Let me roll wisdom inside check. He believes you, but barely. He's kind of hesitant to believe you, and he's like, "What? What do you mean? Why is it float?"
I mean, look, you should probably just stay You should probably just stay in here or something until we finished up saving the day.
Chain yourself up while you're
Yeah.
safer.
Yeah, we could use this as like a rescue room. Like everyone we rescue, we tell to like stay here and watch out for each other. You know, if you understand.
Yeah, sure. Go to the one room with the smelly man.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the good one.
Go by smell. Just go to the room that smells strongest.
I roll this naturally so you can see it, because this might make a big difference what happens. Okay. That's okay. He's kind of sighs and says, "Great. Out of the saber-toothed tiger's den into the fire." And kind of
Does anyone else prefer
shoes
the
on the
fire?
pen.
Because
he chews on his pen for a moment before setting it down, sighing, and says, "Well, I need to go investigate this for myself. I find this just so incredible to believe. I didn't sense any movement or anything."
well, I mean,
What first?
just don't fall for any illusions. They're trying to convince you we're still on the land. I mean, could be your life. I mean, just
Kind of gives you a wry smile. It's like he's definitely dead set on getting out of here, but for understandable reasons. Anyway, he says, "Now don't try anything fishy." He hovers his hand over the rope that's hanging from the ceiling, and he says, if you do attack me or anything, I'll pull this, and guards will come and deal with you."
I mean, if you want to ring that anyway, we could set up defensive positions and weaken their numbers. I mean, that could actually be kind of helpful. It's
He says, yeah, from his reasoning, it's like he would only do that if he thinks that you guys are a danger to him. He just says, "You guys are so strange. If you're going to free me, do it. Otherwise, leave."
Oh, I want the map. Then I will cut you.
All right. I'm going to need a persuasion check from you.
just say, or one will talk to you more. Have advantage.
That would be funny, but no. I'm going to need persuasion from Lucian.
Oh,
Yeah, really
Okay.
bad persuasion.
That's pretty lucky.
Oh.
Other than the insights, which may have mattered. Persuasion, he says, fine, and then begins drawing you a map, which is just simple enough to, I'll just say, it shows you the, what the hell is this? Alright, right, map 4, wrong map, alright. He says he shows you a direction of the holy symbol of Ravenkind, and he says it is in, where's my notes? That's one of the actual icons you guys are looking for. It's actually the last one, I think. One of the last fortunes. He says it is in a crypt inside near the bottom of Castle Ravenloft, and he marks the specific one, which I will, make a note of, and when we get there, you will know it. I'm not going to do anything more than that, as far as like giving you an item or whatever.
I mean, if we chose as a group to just follow the instructions, would we just get there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. If you wanted to, you can go down and go right to the crypt. You could find the exact crypt and get the exact thing, assuming he's telling the truth, of course.
Yeah.
I
mean, with an insight of 7, he's totally telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, yeah, he draws this, says this, and slides it over to you. It's not the best map you've ever seen, but it's a map that exists.
Okay. Do you want to move over to Michael for a little while, or are we continuing? I think I lost connection. I am definitely certain I've lost connection. No good?